Welcome into the Auburn Softball Report as we talk things over with Tigers head coach Clint Myers. A sweep for Auburn this weekend against Texas A&M, and the Tigers secured their bid to the upcoming SEC tournament. Auburn will close the regular season schedule on the road at South Carolina starting Friday evening at 6 o'clock Central Time. Congratulations on a series sweep against a team that you're going up against as far as the SEC tournament, and you win it in exciting, dramatic fashion on Friday night, Coach.
There was three very exciting games, and we had three uniquely different days. Finishing it off with Senior Day, that saying goodbye to the seniors for their last home game. So, I tell everybody the girls won despite the coaching, so we're pretty excited about that. We're in that point of the season in which now, we have to start playing our best softball, and that's what we've said. We want to be playing our best softball at the end of the season when it all really comes down to the final game.
Don't want to make too much of it, but Friday night was about as dramatic as it gets, with a grand slam to tie it, and then the next batter a walk-off home run, and the night is over.
Oh, it worked out really well because there was nothing they could do with Casey Cooper up there. And then Brandy following her, and but the whole thing started. All of it happened with one out. The leadoff hitter got out, and then a walk, and then some really good base running kept them from getting an out on a ground ball hit by Tiffany Howard. So that prolonged inning, another walk, loaded the bases. And now, we've got Casey Cooper up there who has been, really clutch for us all year. In fact, so is Brandy. So it was very exciting.
It appeared, if you just kind of watch the line score, that was the turning point for the weekend on Friday. Because Saturday and Sunday you jumped out early in both of those games to not only win the series on Saturday, but then take the sweep on Sunday.
I think you're right. The first 6 innings of the Friday night game were ugly. We had one ground ball out in 6 innings. For us, that is not our philosophy, not our style. And we had 8 strikeouts, and we again left too many people on base. Whatever the reason, we just did not have it locked in. But from that point, starting in the 7th with the walk, the ground ball base hit, we kept it going. Then on Saturday, scoring early in the first, and then Sunday, just every inning getting 1 or 2 more runs until it ran into a run rule. So it was hopefully we're on the right page right now, and we're going to be able to sustain that all the way through the last weekend, plus through the SEC and the playoffs.
Casey Cooper named the SEC Freshman of the Week. It's the second time that she's had that honor. First time since 2007 that an Auburn player has been named the SEC Freshman of the Week twice in the season. She's had a remarkable freshman season. If you would just talk about her play and her improvement as this season has gone on.
Well, first, Casey is a phenomenal player. We're very excited about what she's been able to do this year. She's the real deal. She is that good in the classroom. She's a straight A student. She is meticulous with her work ethic. She wants to be the very best that she can be all the time. Her defense is just, if anything has improved, it's her defense. She's just been a rock at third base. And, if the balls hit to third, we know it's going to be an out. She's just been that consistent. And she's made some great plays. Her reaction time has gotten better. Her anticipation has gotten better. And then you start talking about her bat. She has power to all fields. When she stays connected and lets the barrel go, she's as good a hitter as there is.
Brandy Mullins, you thought should have been an SEC Player of the Week just for her weekend as well.
Oh,
right?
again, I'm not sure what you have to do, to get those honors, but for me, she clearly was the SEC, as was Casey, because of what she did. She had a phenomenal weekend. She was, again, a situation where she has gone up there every single day. I think she broke a record, for RBIs,
right.
and she's having the best year of her, career at Auburn, and she's another one that has just really turned things around. Has really worked very, very hard in the classroom, and with her defense as well as her offense, and we're excited when we can have those two, hitting 2 and 3. We've got a pretty good chance of scoring.
Auburn is on the road to close out the regular season this weekend. You go to South Carolina before the SEC tournament at South Carolina. A week of final exams, no midweek game, obviously. So how do you handle practice through the week with the kids in and out of the classroom?
Well, basically, we've got Troy Smith, who's our academic advisor, has really helped, and Scott Woodard, who works really closely and handles that. We've kind of been able to put a little bit of a dead time where nobody's practicing. We've changed practice around, so we're going to practice today and take tomorrow off because of the weather that's coming in. We have 2 girls that have a 2:00 final, and then 1 girl with a 4 o'clock, and 1 with a 6 and 1 with a 7. So those young ladies then will work out either before or after, kind of on an individual basis. And today's not going to be a real long practice. There's just a few things we want to do. Plus, we want to make sure we maintain the routine so that we're able to go. But it's everybody working together to see, and then because some kids have multiple finals in any one day, then you try and make sure that they have enough time to study, and that they're able to get to their finals, and then we'll just work them out separately.
You and I have talked about in the past the importance of making the SEC tournament. The top 10 teams do that. It almost appeared to me, Coach, that for Auburn, you've got to make the SEC tournament, and when you make the SEC tournament, this team is certainly good enough to be in the NCAA tournament right now. And by the fact of Auburn's victory on Sunday against Texas A&M, that secured a spot in the SEC tournament coming up.
Granted, I mean, you can't win national championships unless you get to the postseason. So, I mean, it's been our belief that we're going to go to postseason, and May 11th is the selection show. It's the night of our banquet. It's all Mother's Day as well. So, a lot of great things are happening on that day.
I agree.
And, we're anticipating going to postseason. The history of the SEC, everybody that makes the SEC goes to postseason somewhere. And we still have 3 more games in order to solidify where we might go as what kind of a seed. We're just really excited to have the opportunity, and that's the belief system that we've had from the get-go, and we've got to play our best softball from here on out, and we're starting that now.
Let me take a step back before we preview the South Carolina series. What did it mean to have Coach Evans there last week for the final non-conference game against Alabama State on Auburn's Pink Night to raise awareness not only for breast cancer but cancer in general? And here's an Auburn University coach that has done so much for this university as a coach and an individual in the community. She's gone through ovarian cancer and is recovering from that. So what that mean to have her there to throw out the first pitch, Coach?
We were extremely honored. I mean, if you just take what she represents, I mean, we play a game. We're very simple. But she was actually battling for her life. And, I mean, that puts everything in perspective. To have her come out with her zest and zeal and what she has meant to Auburn, over the last 20 years, the success that she's had coaching. I mean, we had a great conversation before. She is a phenomenal lady. She was texting me and emailing me things when I first got hired, and Finally got to meet her, and then I got to find out why everybody says so many phenomenal things about her, because she is that awesome of an individual. She would rather, give something to somebody than to receive anything. I mean, she clearly doesn't do it for any kind of hyper accolades, but this awareness with this dreaded disease that she has conquered so far is phenomenal, and she's the epitome of tenacity and believing and what is good about the world, because she goes out there on a daily basis to try and make it a better place. And there's a lot of the things that I believe that, she's living them, and we were so excited, and she's such a phenomenal lady. We told her, I said, hey, anytime you want to come, we'll put a bat in your hand. You can hit ground balls, or, So it was really special. And to have her, talk with the girls, because we talked as a team about, keeping it real. And, here it is. I mean, it is real. This young lady right here is phenomenal.
All right. Let's move on now. South Carolina, the final regular season weekend for the Tigers. Give us a scouting report of the Gamecocks, Coach.
Well, it's pretty simple. They're a talented ball team with very good players and good coaching. And it's the first year of their new facility, which is supposedly the phenomenal area to actually play. We have to go out and continue where we left off. The report, they've got a couple kids that pitch well, change speeds, who use both sides of the plate. They've got a couple kids that can run. They have a couple kids with some power. I mean, from here on out, it's the same scouting report regardless of, who we play. It's quality teams that are going to give you a quality game, and it's the team that doesn't beat itself that has the best chance of winning. So we just got to go out and play.
All the best to you, War Eagle.
War Eagle, thanks, Andy.
Tigers head coach Clint Myers on the Auburn Softball Report.